All right. And we'll get over there too. So, this is what you're going to be looking at for the Phonation lab. Your first question is going to ask you to name some structures. But the trick here is going to be going from this 3D model to your 2D model on your page. I think the easiest one to get right here is the hyoid bone, right? It's the only one that's bone shaped, well, bone colored rather. So that's an easy one to get. But this is the hyoid bone right here. While you go through that, while I look at the next one, think about what's unique about the hyoid bone. There's something that's unique about it among all other bones in the body. The second one that you're going to be looking at is the thyroid cartilage right here, right? The one everybody knows, fabulous thyroid cartilage. And then, moving on, you've got the cricoid cartilage, which is crying because it's second in size to the thyroid cartilage. So you've got this cricoid cartilage here. And then these two sitting on top with the strings attached, those are the arytenoid cartilages. And I don't know if you can see this, but at the very top, right here, on this model, you can kind of see that there's a sort of a, I don't know, a stitch between there. But the top of those are the corniculate cartilages. Top of these right here, you can kind of see those are the corniculate cartilages. And then while we're looking in this way, you can see the vocal folds right here. Those are the kind of spongy things in this model. The other easy things to get. Back to the vocal folds, or as you might know them, the thyroarytenoids. Why are they called that? Where do they connect? So obviously they connect somewhere on the thyroid cartilage and the arytenoids, but where? So go ahead and answer your second question. Now think about the muscle that originates at the muscular process of the arytenoid cartilages, so again, arytenoids, and it's going to come down to this top portion right here of the cricoid cartilage. Right, so from here down to this top edge. What is that muscle? So now we get to play with Play-Doh. Well, you don't, we do. Right here, you've got your posterior lamina, so you're going to attach one end here, and then you're coming over to the muscular process of the arytenoid. So you're going to come up right here. This is kind of a funky looking muscle that I've made, but there you go, right there. Now what's going to happen when this pulls, right? These kind of swivel, these arytenoid cartilages swivel like that. So when these contract, and this is kind of going into question 4 here, but these are going to swivel, right? So this is going to pull over here, which is going to swivel it this way. So if I pull down on the string, it's the equivalent of these contracting, and you can see what happens to the vocal folds here, right? So when these contract, it's going to abduct the vocal folds. All right, so on page 2, you're going to change a little bit, and you can make your own model, actually. So you're going to get a skinny rubber band and a fatter rubber band and throw it on a Tupperware container like this. So you're going to pluck one of them. I'm going to pluck this skinny rubber band here. You can hear that, hopefully, a sound. So now I'm going to pull this rubber band tighter. What happens to the sound then? So now, if I show you that with this other one over here, this thicker rubber band, first of all, at rest here, what is the difference between the thin rubber band and the thick rubber band? Right? So now, you're still thinking about question 6. So if we have this rubber band at rest here, see how wide that is? Now, what if it's pulled tight and then plucked? So the pitch is a little higher, quite a bit higher actually, but what's happened to the cross-sectional mass of that rubber band? All right. So now, kind of gave away the answer to question 7 here, but a thin rubber band versus a thick rubber band, what's the difference there? And now if you relate that to vocal folds, what does that mean for vocal folds? What is a longer, thinner vocal fold going to do versus a thicker vocal fold? And then what about vocal folds with greater mass? What are they going to sound like when they vibrate? Okay, so that's question 7 and 8. Go ahead and answer those.